inside the water, and they became completely soft. Even if when you receive, sometimes happen that they are okay, because they are completely without water inside, and in this case, is impossible to use the machine. It's impossible because you lose completely the drivability of the machine if you don't wait only any minutes with the machine inside the water. And that mixed with a good standard, we can say, in terms of a floatant asset, are two very, very important. Please, Tiziano, can you? Very important things to understand. Okay, after we have to discuss the type of the brush, compare what you have to clean, or eventually how to clean the water line. But the most important things at the beginning is to be sure that the white sponge will be wet and soft, generally arrive wet, because we test in our pool, and sometimes we don't have all the time that we need to become completely without the water. So sometimes after the machine arrive wet, it's not used, it's tested, okay? And secondly, the floatant acid. You keep inside the water. Now we're going inside the water. The machine is quite 9 kilo. And when you are inside the water, that is the feeling that you have to give. You waiting any second, that all the air, you see, comes out of the machine. Waiting any second. Aspetta, okay. That, right? Okay, that, exactly. Put the cable, that is the standard, okay? That for me is a good floatant asset. You see that is also, if I don't touch the machine stay quite vertical with the front roll on top. Okay, that is a good standard asset, floatant asset. It's quite perfect. If you don't see this situation, eventually, I hope not, when you receive the Keelcrab, doesn't mean that we have to keep in touch to try to understand if your water have less salt, because it's only a question of how much salt you have in your area. And we have only to adjust a bit, okay? Okay, start waiting about. Then what we give with the machine in standard rotation, 20 meters cable that is with a sole inside in Kevlar, so you can use the cable to move the machine. Yes, you can. You can use the cable also for removing the boat out of the water. Sorry, the boat, the robot out of the water. Obviously, if you are so close, use the handle is better, but you can. You have to remember to unroll completely the cable before using, and then you have electronics box external with the remote control with 7-inch display, the joystick, and a button. And the external electronic component will convert high tension and low tension. Is already available for the American market, because also if you have 100.10 is absolutely available to use, okay? Okay, so I imagine that we are here, okay? We are at the beginning of the pool, and we have to go here on the other side of the pool, okay? Because here is the water line of the boats that you have in your mind to clean, that you have in your mind. How we works, okay? Sorry, I'm here with the cable in my mind. Okay, you put the machine inside the water, okay? Ok, Tiziano, accendi pure. I asked Tiziano to switch on. Okay, the LED, the pump. You using the cable, okay, using the cable to direct the machine. Because the machine, when is free, free, I mean, is not stick on a hull. Pump itself, and considering the pump itself and pump the floatant asset that have inside is a sort of little boat that is swimming, try to searching a water line to keep. When the machine find a surface, because you know that the machine stays stick on a surface because suck the water from this part, and making an expansion of the water using a little jet. Okay, that is the concept. So you can use the cable to making a redirectory to the machine versus, we can say, the water line that you wanna clean. Okay. After that, the machine stick to the water line, you start using the remote control. Okay. Initially only with the joystick, that is very simple. sorry, I sit down. Okay, that it's me inside the camera of the Keelcrab. Okay, that is quite that we are inside the hull of a transparent boat, and you can understand better how the machine is working as we are inside, no? Because we have the glass also on top on this particular tank, not in the total part of the tank, but it's absolutely clear how the machine is easy for the machine to make a 360 independently of the surface. The machine doesn't know if it's upside down or not, because it's not important for the machine. For the machine, it's important the floatant ascent and the pump efforts, okay? And then eventually the brushing system to try to understand if I'm cleaning or not, if my work is if it's a efficient job compared with the surface that we like to clean. Now we move on the other parts of the tanks, okay? Because sorry, can you hear me? That is the quantity of water that the pump is able to move. We are around 35 meter cube per hour, okay? And that is the concept when we are on the water line. In that case, the machine is sucking air and water, both, but it's absolutely normal, okay? And as you can see, the brush are completely quite out of the water lines of the boat. So the machine is able to clean also the part so close over the water lines. So when we are after the water line, you keep the machine in that position, okay? And now we are here. I would like to explain also this bottom. It's very important. It's the only bottom that you have inside the console. What is this bottom? That bottom cut the engine of the pump. Why we put this bottom here? Have a look. All the air comes out, the machine go down, you remove. And when you remove, you get already the power on the pump. That is from crossing to the typically from crossing to the water line, okay, on the top of the hull, okay. You remember you have more floatant asset on the front part and less on the back. What does it mean? Does it mean that if I have to exit to the water line, I will go frontally? If I have to go back on the hull of the boat, I go back using, eventually, if you need, that bottom, because cutting the engine of the pump doesn't mean that all the air comes out and you get the hull of the boat with more speed, okay? That is a sort of, we can say, help system to give you the possibility to be more fast to get from the water line to the hull of the boat, for example, for the from the vertical part of the hull to the horizontal. That is how much the quantity of water looking from this position, this side. Believe me. And that is the effort. When the machine is completely stick to the surface, we generate about 3.5 kilograms of F-force versus the surface. And that is generated by this particular engine due to the fact that refreshing itself is be able to generate that huge power compared with the dimension of the engine. Muovilo pure un attimo, T. Yes. We can open a question time. Did you get any question or about the functionality of the machine? Or everything is clear, or don't Don't have any problem. I'm here absolutely for give you feedback or to answer to all your technical question that eventually you have. And repeat.
It's the main focus on the machine, Fabio, is done, correct? Do you want maybe to specify a little bit about the brush types and the anti-fouling paint, or first you want to have feedback on the functioning? Because I think it's quite clear. Okay, Sebastian, maybe. Yeah, exactly. So Sebastian wanted to see
There's this one. It's exactly this one.
The brush
exactly
types we have.
Yeah, can we see that in action?
Sorry?
The long one in action, the roller brush.
I don't understand. Sorry.
You want to have a glimpse. You want to have a glimpse about about the.
Muovilo.
It's counter rotating. I già andato.
Yes. The problem is that.
Well, what I'm asking is, can we see that brush underwater?
We have to go inside the water. Yes, we have to go underwater with this machine because, as you can see, the machine that we have is with the motorized brush version. That is the new version. Okay. If you prefer, we can put that. It's okay, that machine, Tiziano. It's okay. It's okay.
We would like to see the possibilities of the Keelcrab. Both the counter rotating, the ones you're showing now, and the ANCCP brush, the long one.
Yeah, lui crede, but maybe ANCCP, it's a terminology I tell for everyone that maybe they don't know, that states that the material of that brush, which is a type of nylon, it's been tested not to remove anti-fouling paint, or better, it's not removing a layer of biocides inside the paint.
Okay, I understand. It's just when I look at the Keelcrab Pro on your website, it says that it has the long certified yellow nylon brush.
Yeah, exactly. It's correct.
Nylon brush in action in the aquarium. Is that possible?
I understand what you mean, because of course, Sebastian is correct. When we sell the Pro version, the basic price includes actually the 3 brushes, the long ones. To be honest, most of the time now people also actually buy already the motorized kit because
if you wanna see,
it's not a problem.
The
it's
robot
just to clarify.
Yes, we will put in no, ma lascialo attaccato lì, portalo solo sulla.
It's correct, Sebastian. So the Pro version is actually sold at the basic stage. So the price you see on the website, for example, it's included 3 normal brush. Most of the time now, people, since the temperature of the water in general, it's very high during the summertime, they prefer to have the motorized brush because we suggest them as well. They are a little bit more effective because basically they move also when Keelcrab stop on one spot, they move. While the other type of brush, they are connected to the traction of Keelcrab. Okay, so.
Oh I understand. It's just because we are based in Scandinavia, so we have some different anti-fouling issues that you have in Southern Europe.
Absolutely correct. So we will show you now.
Okay, so the difference, the main difference is that the machine with the old horizontal brush, the brush is completely stopped if the machine is stopped. Don't move itself because don't have an engine dedicated to the movement. So the brush is moving when the machine is moving. Now Tiziano will move the machine, okay? Okay, you can see
we
the
understand.
movement of the brush is in control rotation. What does it mean? The machine is going front, the brush is going back because we have twisted the belt. So that give us the possibility to be more efficiency because going in control rotation doesn't mean a more effect of removing of dirty material. And that is the main difference that we have. That is we can say the old version, the basic version of the machine. And with the motorized version, obviously you get one engine more and you have more, we can say, efficiency, and you get more power, you get more drivability. Obviously for us, is a standard rotation that we leave because depends of what you have to clean. If you only have to remove little vegetation layer, we are, for example, on a silicone paint that are too delicate, or a soft autolevigant, we can say, paint, we suggest to use these old version types of brush. Not that you can't use the new version, because depends solely of which type of disc you are using. But sometimes happen if you have, for example, with the silicone products, we also get result also without, especially if they are quite new. We are discussing about 3 mounts, 4 mounts that the boat is stopping the water. You can also remove the disc and leave only the vacuum effect of the machine is able to remove the first layer of vegetation, of green vegetation on the hull of the boat. So depends of what you have to do. Generally, if we start step by step, we start from the horizontal one, because all the machine have inside a underwater connector. So we have a predisposition to install this. That is the chassis with with its underwater connection, and you only have to make a standalone the work and to adjust a bit the floatant material inside the machine. But you can eventually moving on step by step. If you keep feeling on the whole version of the brush, absolutely we are happy. If you don't keep feeling, you have to cross for the new version of brushing system. In my personal opinion, obviously, if you ask me how is better or how is efficient, my personal opinion obviously could be this, because you don't remove torque and power from the engine dedicated to the move only of the machine, and you get a new engine only to move the brush, so it's absolutely much more efficiency. But all the components that we will add on the machine, we are working on external brush, for example, probably we are ready in January. All the component that we get on the machine is component that absolutely we have compatibility, we can say, with the whole version. It's something that you can buy aftermarket and add. You don't have absolutely to change the machine or to change electronic component. We have study, but also considering the past, for example, the whole version you can do an upgrade if you want the motorized brush. It's not necessary that you change the machine, absolutely not. So I hope that I answered to you. Filippo, probably the ANCCP is not something regarding only the particular type of brush. We make any test because the important things to understand is that the machine is an electrodomestical machine. What does it mean? It's ordinary maintenance. I mean, is not an high pressure underwater able to remove. It's also considering the top bristle that we have with the more soft silicone anti-fouling paint that we test in tab, the difference of micrometering before and after the passage of the machine, we are discussing about 2, 3, 4 micron. And I repeat, is inox that you only have to use when you are at the ends of the season or at the ends of the of the idea, we can say. We honestly produce this particular brush, but absolutely keep feeling before with the nylon, and understand that the concept is not to remove the paint from the hulls of your boat or the boat of your customer. The concept is respecting the surface in order to keep the performance of your boats in terms of speeds, in terms of fuel consumption, in perfect condition during all the season, okay? And that could be the possibility that in the long time period, you need less anti-fouling paint due to the fact that you introduce more ordinary maintenance. That could be the goal of the product, okay?
Okay.
Not
The
to making a
questions about Diego. Diego is asking about the corners and the hard to reach angles that of course can be the corners between the keel and the butt and then the hull, or probably the edge on the very top of the boat, on the bow, on the top of the boat.
Yeah.
For instance.
Considering that this role originally, that parts are cleaning parts, okay, especially in the corner, okay, because we have a Bristol in rubber in that case. Obviously, the machine is able right now to make 90, we can say, % of the total surface. As I told before, we will implement an external brush. We already have implemented an external brush in the past, but it's something fixed. We are working on something with a dedicated engine also to complete the mechanical characteristic of the machine. Right now, you can clean 90% and depends of the quantity of dirty material, because with this brush in the corner, if you move the machine so close to beside, we are able to remove if we are considering really ordinary maintenance. I mean, after 3, 4, 5 months that the boat is stopping in the water, just the vegetation. We are not able to remove incrustation or something with external parts. For that, you have to cross on the internal brush, so with the movement of a real brush. So depends of the condition of the hulls of the boats. The condition, much more the boats is, we can say, in order to ordinary maintenance. I mean, every 3 months that you paint with a new paint, for example, 2, 3 months, depends of the season. We considering also 3 months. If you arrive every 3 months, you have less quantity of energy, less needs of strong Bristol, and obviously much more quantity of efficiency in terms of the total surface that you have to clean, okay? That is more or less the concept. And other question, Filippo, sorry that someone write. No, I'm
The
saying
Keelcrab bag, the Keelcrab bag want to be inspection by Sebastian or
we have
other
a
people.
bag. Ci abbiamo, yes. Give me 2 minutes that we prepare a bag, and I show you how the back is going. The back is going here on the back because the concept is before brushing and then inspiration. It's for that reason that we can't put, for example, horizontal brush back and the motorized brush on front. Sometimes someone asks, it's possible to get the Keelcrab with the 2 types of brush? No, because on the back we leave any space for the bag. Tiziano is preparing the bag. The bag is it's firstly a nylon filter, okay? It's a nylon filter with a very thin micrometry, okay? And questo è quello super fine.
Questo è fine, sì.
And then you can easily, you don't have to do all this process. That is the process for the first time, we can say, or the process then you need if you want to wash with the wash machine. Okay, that is the bag. Okay, that is the bag. Here we have a valve. It's a rubber valve just to, and mettilo su.
Sì, non c'ho solo i gancetti.
Mettilo su. That is the position of the bag. So the concept is that water, we have here the surface, brushing the surface, and the water comes inside. That's all, okay? And we're making the filtration of the water that comes inside. Due to the fact that the machine have a vacuum method to suck the water from these parts, okay? So that is the concept, is able to recover, we can say quite old, 90% also in this case, because sometimes happen that if you have a very thin quantity of green material, just only the movement of the front brush will generate a bit, we can say green removal situation. But the important thing is to recover the most of the cleaning operation, not exactly the total of the cleaning operation. Okay. Any other question? Obviously, after that you clean, you disassemble it, and you can wash manually or you can remove fast. Rimuovi la cornice, fai vedere come si rimuove. Back, okay, left and right. Okay, okay, you can leave the bag and you can wash only these parts. Or eventually, if you add 2 or 3, you can remove and plug. Another important things to show you is how to clean the propeller. Every time, every use, you open this stopper bit, you arrive easily on the propeller of the Keelcrab. Okay, so you have to check if there are any dirty material inside, as in this case, hair. Okay, typical in tank. And it's very important to clean. And if you feel that there are dirty material over the propeller, you can use a screw to remove. Okay. And another important after use is wash the machine completely with the fresh water, as all the underwater supplying are all the underwater, also the mask, for example. The main are plastics, aluminum adonides, and inox, but it's very important to wash also all the cable to wash with fresh water, and to pay attention to unroll. I already told, unroll before using, and all the cable inside the water when the machine is stick to the water line waiting for you. And then roll, after using, roll exactly in this way to preserve, because inside we have the coaxial cable. So you don't have to make the cable with a huge corner, because the risk is to damage inside especially the coaxial, because it's too thin, the video flux. So eventually we can give extension. Yes, we can, 10 meters, 20 meters of cable extension on the robot or on the remote, both. We have the Wi-Fi kit, so the possibility to catch the video stream directly on your phone, because we have a generator, a Wi-Fi generator inside. You have to download the application to connect with the Wi-Fi generated by the remote control, and connect. And the last things is eventually what we call diver kit, that is a bottom that we generally ce n'è uno resinato? Yes, we have one. We put a bottom on the black cover on the machine, underwater resinated bottom, that is. We put here, generally, okay? No, ma non preoccuparti, ti. And with the bottom, you can control the engine of the movement on the machine directly. The concept is, I am alone. I would like to go underwater because I would like to do, for example, 20 or 30 meters, or meters, boat. Okay. So I would like to rise energy and to rise effort to clean all the hull, to be sure that to choose the right brush with my boat owner, and to say, okay, consider your anti-fouling, we will use only this brush. And the boat owner say, okay, fantastic. And we are also able in the main time to making all the video stream on the phone, and to be the proof of the cleaning operation. Okay, you also said, okay, I'm a diver, I would like to go underwater, for example, to change a technical part, to clean a propeller manually, because 1 time per year could be necessary to clean the propeller, or to clean the, for example, shaft or any other technical part. You need to control the machine when you are underwater. So we introduced the bottom, because originally we don't use the telecamera and the remote control, was only manually. So we introducing the telecamera, we are able to and we keep feeling with the joystick, and we can use staying out of the water. And after we understand that for really ordinary maintenance, you can stay out of the water. But for example, if when we plan a contract with the customer, we say, okay, every 3 times, 4 times, for example, that we make in ordinary maintenance, after 1 year, for example, you need a diver that's going underwater. If you are the diver and the Keelcrab point, you can use the Keelcrab the same day to clean the boats. And at that time, it's very important to have a bottom that can control the engine, because the machine pump always and waiting for you on the water line. When you're going underwater, you take the machine with the handle, and you move the machine with the bottom. Okay, it's like cut the garden. Okay, it's underwater cutting garden. I mean, okay, and that is all that we have now. Are the last things, so you can regulate a bit the corner of the camera using a screw. Obviously, all the details are described in the use and maintenance manual that we give with the machine. And I think, Filippo, any other question that someone has right?
Oh, sorry. Not for now, written questions at least, but we have a lot of people. We have Hans, Paolo, Nicolas, Nando, Emmanuel, I think I know him.
Hi, yeah.
Lavi is
I'm
already a
Chris.
client, actually. So Lavi already got one Keelcrab Pro in Norway, I think. So he's joining just for double check probably some of the thing we say. Any of you is interested in like opening an activity for cleanings? There is some of you interested for like more like a private use. If you want to express your interest, just in case I know what's. You can also write the question, the answer, if you.
No chemicals. Sorry, I came back.
Okay.
Manually. No chemicals. Absolutely. Only brushing system, considering, repeat, to choose the right brush, considering the works that you have to do. So no.
Okay.
About the business, you're welcome. About the business model, in my personal experience, suggests that the goal of this product right now is the customer. Sorry, Filippo, can you close the door, please? Sorry. Thank you. The goal is customer up to you can say standard total length. I mean, for shortly boats, shortly mean 6, 7, 8 meters. In my personal opinion, you don't have the advantage of using Keelcrab, because on the market you found cheaper solution. Also, for example, calling a diver or going over a crane for a 6, 7 meter boat is quite easy in terms of money. But you consider 20 meters boat, how many meters square of hull they have. So if you are trying to make an evaluation of your area, considering that the area is interesting for Keelcrab, if there are boats with these characteristics, okay, not too much little boat, but any medium, quite medium, up to 12 meters, okay, the 40 plus, okay, so can the camera record the video? Yeah, yes, it can, Sebastian, it can, using the application. So you can recover it if you connect your phone with the application, you have the bottom side application to recovery. Okay, even if you can making a screenshot is better, in my personal opinion, because it's too. You're welcome. So coming back to the concept of Keelcrab point, I repeat, is something that, in my personal opinion, that is what is my feeling. Okay, all the industries looking all over the world are after COVID considering new product, green product. I have here. I would like to show any type of new green product of Italian or European producer that are eco-friendly solution without biocide, especially are surface with layer of hydrophobic surface. No? In my personal experience, that chemical work absolutely better. The problem considering the leisure boat is that mostly of the time, considering 1 year, a personal boat, not a commercial boat, personal boat of the single boat owner is 2 weeks of use, 3 weeks of use, 1 month of use if you get very lucky. Okay, a very lucky man uses its boat for 1 month a year. What does it mean? That considering a business model, considering the world that it's going in a direction with a biocide-free solution, you need to introduce the cleaning, ordinary maintenance in order to use leisurely boat every time. Because it's quite a model that, in my personal opinion, going on leave the biocide that introduce ordinary maintenance. We do ordinary maintenance with our ROV. Obviously, we are the producer, but if you're looking up solution of ordinary maintenance, you will find on the market also, for example, underwater car washer. So very big car washer underwater when you can get the boat and they clean. So what does it mean? It means that the market is quite ready to cross from a old system to the new system, introducing ordinary maintenance. Okay. Oh, right now, what we can do, we have a machine with a standard measure. We are working on a bigger machine, but we have 1 machine with a standard measure. And if you consider to become a Keelcrab point in an area, my personal suggestion is have a look of your area and try to understand if there is honestly a market for the robot. And market you have when you get the possibility to make a surface with a not little boat. It's not a number of boats, but it's a quality in terms of meters of the boat. Because the concept is that also physically the machine is 40 per 40 and is designed to work, to try to start to work better from 10, 12 meter up to, okay. If you're working on a little boat, honestly, repeat, it's not that doesn't work. It's an underwater surface, is workable for the machine, but it's not efficient in terms of cost that you and your cost price of your service compare with the benefit of the boat owner that could tell you, no, for my 6 or 7 meters, for example, arrive June in the middle of the season, I get out with the crane and the wash with high pressure, and I came back inside the water. For my little boat, the cost is 150. Okay, so how you can compare? Honestly, we can't compare with this solution right now. But if you make the same questions on a boat owner with a 20 meters boat total length, the answer to you that for getting the boat out of the water and re-put it down probably is 1,000 or 2,000. So it's in that case that we arrive with the machine to making the service. Okay. I think that is a concept that you have to understand and explore. Or obviously, if you are a boat owner or a captain with a personal boat, then you decide to buy your personal robot is completely different. Absolutely, I know. But we are talking about the business model. Okay. Hans, you have a question, but probably you are in mute or no? Okay, sorry. No, because I see that you, Diego, I see that you follow. You have any question? It's totally clear. You keep total free to make all the question or consideration that you want. Will be a pleasure to answer to you.
I want to share quickly an example of like business model. You know, it's the business model of Keelcrab, as many of you probably understood. As Diego, okay, is talking already about Keelcrab points, so probably he read on the website. Basically, we have guidelines, you know, for the business as well. This is that I'm sharing, for example, is a small sample of a Keelcrab point contract with the boat owners. So it's for example a basic contract that everybody can copy and paste. It's like a free material that we give to any of our clients, or also potential client if they want to do a market research. Basically is a price for a yearly subscription. So what we suggest in mostly of the climate is to do 4 or maximum 5 cleanings per year. That are in the price of a European market around 45 euro. In case you are America, States, United States, of course, just tourism is 50, 55 US dollars, more or less. So you can understand the price of a 30 feet boat can be around 450, 500 euro, which is a very reasonable price to pay to avoid a yearly lift at least for 3 years, I would say, for the anti-fouling paint application and the cleaning, of course. Then if you have to lift the boat for any other maintenance under the hull, it's okay, but you're gonna lift anyway a clean boat. So the idea is that with this package you resonate very quickly about the investment as well, no? So the machine is around let's say 5,000 euro investment. So in general it takes 5 of bigger client or 10 of like smaller clients, or let's say in average 7 clients between big and small boats to cover already the investment. That's why we sell in 75 countries now. We have some limitation for sure. Maybe the production is still kind of handmade. We don't have any industrial production, but for sure we prove the concept that this sample of contract that I'm giving you is applicable everywhere. Everywhere there is fouling, you know, because anywhere in the world it's very expensive to lift boats, and everywhere in the world there is a yearly daily growth of actually fouling under the boat. So this just to prove you that the basic model of starting up a Keelcrab point can be very easy, you know, to pay back the initial investment, which is not the same on other equipment, of course. So if you think to buy, of course, for example, the lifter, just to mention, to lift the boat, you're gonna probably ask for like a payment of 50, 60, 70,000 euro probably. So that's you know why we are very successful with all the kind of small business, new point, new activity, like a wide range of people that are not only like already established company. Some people really start from scratch because they look for a new business, because that's, you know, our point of view, let's say. Here is the calendar, just the calendarization, for example, of like a possible European client, you know, that will be covered probably with 3 cleaning during the summer and 1 cleaning during the winter. And that's gonna be, of course, opposite for South America and Australia. So gonna be probably 3 cleaning in January, February, and April. Anyway, the upside down, you know, winter and summer. But this is more European and USA point of view. This is just something I want to show you in case you are already in the step of, okay, I like the product, I think it's a nice product, I'm evaluating, to start up the business, I want to make some business model. That's all I want to share. Okay. Okay. I think we wait just for Fabio for the goodbye of the webinar, because 1 hour already went very fast. I hope. I hope we didn't annoy. We didn't annoy you or whatever. Of course, if you want to receive that material or any other material, for example, today it was mentioned the NCPP certification by Sebastian, who left the. No, he's still there. For example, you have to go. I will give you a trick on the website just for the webinars. So if you go to the menu, not here. Okay, in menu you can put it in English first of all. Then always okay. If you go here, restricted area, it will require you a password to enter, which you don't have until you are a client. Okay, so here, for example, if you go here on the menu, I want to build this section because for the people really that look for everything, I want them actually to show them anyway the material we have. So here there is manuals. So if you are interested to go to download, for example, the Pro manual, see, for example, the Wi-Fi application or how to change brushes. And here you have also Keelcrab manual, and you have the NCPP, NCCP, that's what we talk. So this is basically a certification of conformity. So it's more a characteristic of like the application of certain brush types. It's not the brush itself that is NCCP. So sorry, maybe for this not clear from the website, but it's like a certification related to certain brush, which are the nylon, the two nylon types we test with this certification. So the soft nylon and the medium nylon. I hope it's clear.
Sorry, Filippo, that is a technical. Can you hear me? Yeah, that is it's quite a technical question, and I have to making any clarification, any focus. The concept is that you need to get power, and the power is torque and F-force, considering a surface, leave material or layer of material. Okay, that is the concept. What is the certification is covering? If you compare the force of the high pressure system to the 3 kg inside the water that the machine is able to generate, it's like to compare a human effort versus a truck. I mean, okay, it's something completely different. Okay, what does it mean? It's a sort of limit of ordinary maintenance. I mean, okay, so how we have making this measurement, okay, in terms of not only efforts that the machine have compared with the efforts the water pressure, is the difference between the layer of anti-fouling layer, different types of anti-fouling layer on big taps, okay, later and after the passage of the Keelcrab. Okay, so the concept is how many passage with the Keelcrab robot on a surface cause substantial decrease in layer of anti-fouling paint. That is the concept of the test that we have done, and are the tests that open up the certification process that give us the possibility to go on the market. Okay, that is the main question, because also sailing could cause a reduction of layer of coatings. Depends on the type of coating, depends on the speed, depends on the season. But the concept is also the water pressure machine cause a reduction in layer. Okay, in that case, people that do it manually when the boat are out of the water would like to generate this effort to remove all the paint, to remove all the dirty material. Okay, so but in this case, it's something that is strongly controlled due to the fact that you have to repaint new. Okay, we start thinking about if we generate a force similar to the sailing. Okay, it's impossible that we damage a layer of surface. Okay, also considering the very slowly movement of the ship. Okay, so we start thinking about what is the layer reduction of the sailing boat with auto-leaving and anti-fouling paint to the speed of 3 knots. That is the speed that you only have to maintain inside a closing water. Okay, so that is our, we can say, God, and considering the more soft product that we found on the market, also microplastic product, because the silicone paint don't have biocide but have microplastic, that is quite the same problem. So we test and we make a certification process considering the effort of the part, the types of the brush, the times that the brush is staying inside a surface, and absolutely the reduction of layer of chemical is quite enough. It's quite zero. We are discussing about 1, 2, 3 micron, considering that, for example, a paint process generally have 2 layers of 1.5 of micron of paint. Okay? That is the cost. Sebastian.
Yeah, I have a question regarding the Keelcrab. If the hull of the boat or ship is overgrown with barnacles and haven't been, cleaned for a year or two, how effective is the Keelcrab in removing the barnacles with the steel brush, or should you get it out of the water to remove it?
No, Sebastian. To be honest, if you arrive to have barnacles, okay. Depends also, obviously, generally. I'm talking about generally. After 1 year that the boat is stopped in the water, you have a condition that is not ordinary maintenance.
Okay.
How can I be patented with ordinary maintenance if I sell you a machine that is able to remove barnacle? It's something that is incredible in terms of concept. So I repeat, the inox is not for the barnacle, but is especially for coralline incrustation, because depends of the area. Sometimes you have a proliferation process that give you white coral, so that is like calcarium. For that reason, we introduce the inox bristle. But for ordinary maintenance, absolutely, the vacuum effort and the standard nylon, different 2, 3 types of nylon that we have, eventually that we will have, but quite so. If you are not able to remove the dirty material with this brush, it doesn't mean that the Keelcrab is finished the ordinary maintenance effort. We are entering in extraordinary maintenance, and you have to understand that you have to get other solutions. Oh, for example, I leave you this other example that generally is people that know market and know the item, understand. For example, after the first season, I'm making cleaning operation outside and paint the boat. Arrive September, end of the season, and I'm waiting, and I call the diver to clean manually. Especially in the past, diver, not everybody, but a lot of use a very strong manual system, because they use generally inox. Someone use underwater high pressure. Any years ago, there is this attitude, and you call the diver and you see, wow, what's the action? It's totally clean, perfect, fantastic. You waiting 2 months, 3 months at the beginning of the new season, and you have a situation that is drastic. First, you have the quantity of fouling that is the same, because it's regrowing exactly with more speed, because you remove a lot of the paint. Secondly, the dirty material that is growing on a surface that is not covered by a layer of anti-fouling, so it's absolutely thin. Also, if it's thin, it's completely stick to the surface. Sometimes happen that I'm making any test, I put the robot inside the water, and I see that the robot, also with the nylon, the inox don't clean quite nothing. You say, what is possible? If there is just a layer of green vegetation. Yes, I called the diver 3 months ago, and it's more than 1 year, and I don't make a cleaning operation out of the water.
You have to take into consideration that we are in Scandinavia, and the biofilm, antifouling, and barnacles doesn't grow as fast as they do in the Mediterranean. So 1 year in the Mediterranean equals one scenario of the condition of the boat or the hull of the ship, and in Scandinavia it's completely different, because there also in the Scandinavia we take our boats out of the water. You guys don't do that, because up here we have ice in the water, so we have to remove the boat.
Yes. I understand that is the fantastic parts of this job, because you are discussing about a person that have completely different position. If you imagine how is in the middle of America or in Hawaii, or they are a different problem. No? In Australia, for example, I discovered that the divers have the most problem of the diver is not the standard problem that we have, but for example, that they have toxic jellyfish inside the harbor, they have dangerous fish. So it's completely different mentality. You know? So yes, everybody have to understand this single market, this single area, and try to understand that first of all, we have a limit, considering the fact that we are not efficient and comparable with all the other solutions, due to the fact that, for example, with a small boat, you have a small solution, most cheaper and less expensive. Secondly, the temperature of the water, the types of antifouling, the type of customer, because depends. Sometimes I have a customer that have looks like very interesting to the solution, call us, and the ends of the season, and okay, we say, right now, due to the fact that you have already cleaned by diver, due to the fact that you have particular antifouling paint, okay, it does not work, but starting from April, customer recall you when have a new antifouling, they say, okay, now we start with a cleaning operation contract every 2 months, every 1 month in the summer, every 3 months in the winter, you come and you making cleaning operation, no? And it's something absolutely very appreciated. Also, the fact that probably the boat owner is in the city, for example, the boat is in the sea, the boat owner receive any little screenshot of, for example, how is its propeller, how is the hull condition. Also, in terms only of inspection of the quality of the hull of the boat is something that interesting. Arrive by WhatsApp digitally, very fast, and is a service that, compared with the right price, is absolutely efficient, but have to stay in a range. Okay.
I also have another question, and it's regarding the Keelcrab paint. As I can see in the restricted area, there isn't any documents regarding paint. Do you have that? Is it available for us to see what the ingredients are in the paint? So maybe we could consider buying it or use it. Or...
Right now, the available on the market is Alvida paint, that is an Italian producer that we choose, considering that we are doing the test with other supplier. And this one give me my personal opinion, favorite feedback, is without biocide, okay? And basically is a strong silicone paint, okay? But is not too expensive and don't need a particular bring at zero, the hull, particular application.
So how does it differ from Hempel Silic 1? That is also bio-free and silicone-based?
Hempel is Silicon One, in my personal opinion, is a fantastic product. Okay, starting from that concept, absolutely.
It is.
Yes, the problem is that they don't write or call me to making a joint venture, because even if they call me, I immediately answer. But I try to find on the market a similar product, for example, and I found this little producer that have a product that is absolutely interesting, is cheaper, probably also due to the fact that it's not Hempel over, but is a little company. And it's interesting because they have the primer that is very compatible with the component primer that you find on the market, and they are very fast, and absolutely is one of the first. I have other interesting product. I have one that is very interesting in my personal experience, but we are in testing phase and is not available in the market yet, especially due to the fact that the catalyzer is toxic, not the paint. The catalyzer, I mean, in English, is the chemical that you use to prepare the surface, not the spray. Okay, so we get this problem that the product is quite, it's a standard, it's biocide free, and get a very interesting performance. And I think that next year we are able also with this other product. But we receive in the last 2 years a lot of requests of paint producer to making any test to try to understand the compatibility, you know. And the compatibility study the right brush, the brush that don't damage the layer of paint. That is the goal. Something that works only with the layer of vegetation without the risk to damage the surface. No, something delicate, but in the meantime, delicate but energizing considering the vegetation. So I think that looking to the future, if you remove biocide, will be a huge possibility to enter in this market, you know, of cooperation with the big.
Yeah, I agree. Even though EU has forbidden copper and biocides in anti-fouling paint from 2030, so it's obviously a market that's expandable in the future. Fabio, I have to ask a question in the chat. Can you send me an email? I have listed my email there, so you can send me the fabric of the producer of the paint, and so I can get your email as well.
Yeah. We for example, with a point in Spain that will do a fair, not next week, the week next. Is a point that may have a sailboat of 40 foot and have a little, we can say, maintenance point that we do a lot of job inside the area, any job. And we decided to present the Keelcrab solution in Spain, and we paint the boat, and we prepare also little tab, to test manually also to people that are interested into this particular paint. In fact, paint absolutely is the paint that we have on our website, and we make a probably lower price than the production because we have a contract with them, so we can buy. So it's quite the same, buy from us or buy directly from Alvidia. Also because for us, it's not honestly our core business. It's a service that we would like to offer to customers to have a complete solution of product looking to the future. So I'm not interested to rise, we can say, margin in terms of reselling paint. It's something that I would like to do due to the fact that, yes.
We understand our primary, if we should open a business here in Scandinavia, would not be regarding the paint. It would be 100% the robot, the drone. So the paint,
Yeah. Understand.
add on to the business. But it sounds very interesting, and it's because I have a background as a painter. I can paint a lot of things. But can you send the information to me? And also, as you said, in 2 weeks you have a meeting in Spain where you want to present. to paint. Can you send me some details? If
You have a WhatsApp, Sebastian.
not yet, but I can. We don't
Okay,
use
you don't
WhatsApp
use it.
here in Scandinavia. It's not.
Okay. No problem, no
we
problem.
use it,
I put
a lot.
all the detail. I take your email at s.a. I take your email and I put you in contact with Mr. Our ambassador point that we have in Spain, for example. We have also shipped the paint in Canada. And for example, considering the Keelcrab, the anti-fouling, the ultra wave system, we paint also with the same paint. We paint the sensor that's going inside the water. And because at the beginning we use this paint without biocide to paint the Keelcrab system, because going completely in underwater and living underwater, at the end of the season, that's quite the same problem that have all of the boat. So we start to paint, and then a customer of us in Canada said, "Oh wow, what a fantastic paint do you get on the Keelcrab?" And so we started experimentation directly on the hull of the boat. In my personal opinion, works very good for not too much speed boat, because considering that this, for example, for the sailboat is quite perfect, but for a faster boat, the problem is the risk to damage itself a bit, due to the fact that it's silicone, basically, is not a strong. So that could be the only limit that I see for more static application, but it's an interesting product, absolutely. I send you all the detail by mail.
Yeah, thank you. Because our primary focus here in Scandinavia will solely be sailboat and not motorboats.
Okay, but you are based in Scandinavia, where? You are based in?
We are based in Denmark.
Okay, Denmark.
Copenhagen. Yeah.
Yes. Copenhagen. Perfect. Yes, it's also it's very easy also because it's European community, so the paint is, I have for example, for Canada shipping, when you have a custom is more complex because you need to get a lot of info, but if you don't have custom is quite speed also to making shipment.
We don't have the same difficulties here. We have the European free market, so but our solely focus will be the drone and not the painting.
Yeah.
They would only be an add-on, if possible at all.
We have
the underwater drone. Yeah.
We have smart guys. If you want to making a discussion that have any units in Stockholm, that is absolutely smart guys. We know each other during a trip in Sweden this winter, and they are waiting the bigger also to making service on bigger boat, because we have working 2 years ago with a bigger machine, but is a project that right now is not available quite. I hope next season is available the machine. We have to finish to design the bigger brush. And yes, I look over there because there is the prototype that is looking to me, and but they are very smart. If you want to keep in contact with that person that works in Stockholm, then they buy what they buy. They have also other type of paint, not Alvida, but another type that is for another Italian producer that is very interesting also this, and can give you feedback about this biocide-free paint, because I have a little shipyard also in this case.
Fabio, is it possible to book a meeting and a live demonstration near your facility between Milano and Como at some point, like during the fall, maybe?
You mean to come to visit us?
Yes, I haven't tasted Italian coffee, so you have to present.
Yes, will be a pleasure, but we have visitors last week, and every week we have a person that come. We have the lake so close, so generally we move to the lake so you can test the machine directly on the lake on the real boat, so you keep feeling with the machine, and we can discussing about the paint. I can show you the all absolutely. We only have to organize. I think that in so also we are close to the Milan airport, very close, half an hour to Malpensa, so will be easy.
Great. Nice. Well, send me an email and we will be in touch regarding that demonstration and yeah, maybe an ongoing partnership together.
Absolutely, will be a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Well, guys,
Okay.
thank you for the demonstration, and I think we will say bye from here.
Yeah, we keep in touch. Absolutely, in the next hours. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very
Ciao.
much.
Hi, everybody.
Bye.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for being
Hi,
here.
everybody. If there aren't any other question, we say thank you for your time. Okay.